Yeah, straight from Pakistan to LA to Boston. Legends again, man. Almost 3 decades in the game, and he's got a top 5 record. By the time this airs, he'll probably be #1, man. Let him
You
know
did.
T.I. is on. What up, T.I.?
What's happening, Pup?
How you been, man? Congratulations.
Man, I'm cooling. I'm cooling. I can't complain, man. Appreciate you.
Where you
We've
at,
had
man?
we've had these conversations many times over the years.
Many, many times. And I always appreciate you jumping on. I know you're a legend in this thing, but you always take the time to jump on air with me, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I respect you guys a lot, man, what you guys do because we make the great music, but if the people never get to hear it, what's the point? You did?
Right? Well, congratulations on Let Them Know. I love the sound too. Like, what made you come? Not that you've ever gone away. You've never gone away. I mean, you've always been you've always been very relevant with everything you do. What made you decide to get back and really go hard with this music again?
When you've had a career that has been as blessed and as illustrious and as celebrated as mine, and you have fans that have kind of supported you throughout the years as mine you have to earn the right to retire.
Mm.
I don't feel like, people like us get to disappear into oblivion and never come back. You know what I'm saying? You kind of have to announce that, okay, guys, man, I
Hmm.
appreciate everything you've done for me. And, after this, I'm gonna hang it up and start focusing on other things. And, that's what I'm doing. I'm earning my right to retire right now.
Got it. Well, you did a great job. I know. I don't know if I have the thick skin for the noise that's out there to do that with all the stuff. There's so much noise everywhere. How do you've always done really good with that, but how do you like avoid that on a regular? Again, this is a smash hit. We're clearly seeing it, but were you ever nervous about the other way if it didn't because Ti has a rep and a legacy? You know what I mean?
Nah, I just do what I feel. I'm a fan first of music. Um, and I just do what I feel I would like to hear because I'm a fan of the game
Right.
first. And I was once a kid sitting down listening to DJ Pup Dawg or whoever else was on the radio playing the records, waiting on my favorite song to come on, wanting to hear, whatever was the hottest out right now. So I know what that feels like.
Hmm.
So I make the music that I think is dope. And if I think it's dope, odds are most of the kids listening, most of the kids who listening right now will also think it's dope.
I love it, and it's clearly working. It's a great song. Kill the King. I thought it would be like Pass the Torch King because you got so many offsprings like ready to go.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think, but killing the king for me is not a literal. It's not in a literal sense. It's more about like killing the ego. You know what I mean? To be king for one is to offer yourself an enormous amount of responsibility.
Right.
And I also think that, to be king is to be targeted, to put a bullseye on your back. I
Hmm.
was told this by Big Boy from Outkast. Back before I decided to call myself King of the South, I asked all of the people that I respected that I had access to. I asked them how they felt about it. I asked Big, I asked Dre, I asked Bun, I asked Pimp, I asked 8 Ball, I asked MJ, I asked all the Goody Mob, I asked Scarface, and everybody gave me their blessings. You know what I mean? Everybody like asked me like, why would you want such a responsibility? But
Mm.
Big said something that was prolific. Big said, man, yeah, you got the skills to carry it, and just understand it's gonna put a bullseye on your back. It's gonna make you a target, and you ain't gonna be able to ask nobody for no favors because chess is a game of life, and the name of the game of chess is to kill the king.
Mm.
And ever since he said that, I knew that would be the title of my last album.
That's awesome right there, man. Tips on right now, Ti. Your kids are going different directions. You got a couple of rappers, Buddy, man. Like talk about Buddy going a completely different route. He's amazing. I mean, they're all
Yeah,
great in their own lanes, but
they
I feel
are.
like with King and Domani, like they definitely going the father's route. But then where did Buddy get this? The rootsy and the
I mean, everybody's very, very different from me. Even King, man. Like, the way King approaches it, he has more of a Chief Keef kind of vibe, man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I was always a little more laid back in the cut with mine, and until, but he has his way of doing it. And I always look at all of my children as having different pieces of my personality,
Hmm.
and they all pull from different parts of my existence. And it's great for me. It's a great feeling for me to see how much of myself has been extended to the next generation.
Yeah.
And it's not on purpose. They've just spent so much time around me, and they've taken the things that they see, that they that they appeal to, and they've made it their very own. I'm eccentric in a way, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I feel like Messiah has been around me in such a way where he's seen an eccentric vibe maybe on a day where I wasn't even noticing it or recognizing it.
Hmm.
And he took it and say, well, you know what? I think I can take this and evolve it into the next level. And he's done just that. And he's taken it farther than I could ever have taken it. Um, and I mean, I see the freedom that he has, and it's just such a blessing
Right.
to see how free and how confident he is to go and sit with that guitar and play Indian style crisscross applesauce in the grass at the park. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just with a freedom of and a sense of self where he doesn't really care about what nobody think. He's just appealing to himself, and that's just so great, man. I love it.
I love that, man. And yeah, they're all great now. And when we were all 16, even you probably tip when parents gave us advice, we were always like kind of rolling our eyes and stuff like that. Now the kids are at a different place, I feel like. But when T.I. is your dad and they're going into music, how much advice were you trying to give them and how much did they ignore and like, Dad, we got this?
Nobody wants to hear their dad's advice. I don't care who. I don't care. I don't care who your dad is. Nobody wants to hear their dad advice. It's like, all right, Grandpa, we got this. You had your time.
Right?
You did it your way. We got it now. And I mean, I respect it because that's exactly the way I was.
Right.
I didn't have a legendary dad to speak of. My dad had passed by the time I got to be their age. But I'm just glad to be here to help them navigate through whatever perils or obstacles they may face. And if they don't need me, then that's even better. But when they do, I always want to make sure that I'm there.
I love that, man. Ti is on right now. Obviously, let him know is in the top 5 right now. You got a new song out that you just dropped. You got the video coming out.
Yeah,
Trauma Bond. Let's get into this one, and
yeah.
then we'll come back and finish it off with Ti. Go ahead and introduce this record.
Yeah, man, trauma bond is a dedication to family. You know what I mean? I know everybody's preconceived notion of trauma bond. That is not the way that I'm describing it. Every family is bonded by trauma. No matter how positive you may think of it, every family, whether it's a death in the family, whether it's just hardships that families have overcame together, every family is bonded by trauma, among other things. So I made this song as a dedication to family and togetherness. So enjoy it with your family as I've enjoyed it with mine. This is Trauma Bond.
Trauma Bond right there. Ti's newest one, his other song, Let Him Know, has definitely been going crazy. Right before the song, you talked about how everyone's gone through trauma, and we all can relate to a certain degree. But man, you and your family being in the limelight, not even just it's both mom and dad have been
Yeah,
in the limelight, for
yeah,
over 3 decades.
right.
So props to you guys for sticking together, man. We respect you, and I know it's not easy, but there's only one family that can sustain that, and I feel like that's Tip, man.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, every family has their sense of traumatic experiences. Every family has had, things that they've had to overcome. My family is no different. I mean, even let's just take it back to 2020 with COVID.
Yeah,
Every family had to go through that together.
yeah,
And that was a traumatic experience no matter how you look at it. Whether it was traumatic for you to have to stay home to be cooped up in the house with your family, or whether it was, somebody in the family had caught COVID and got sick, or whether someone had to go to the hospital, or someone had a baby during COVID, or whatever that was, there was some trauma that came with COVID. And
Hmm.
every family, I believe, got closer because of it. Every family, I believe, has been bonded deeper because of that trauma.
Right.
And there's been many, many traumatic experiences probably since then. And to not speak of it and pretend that it doesn't exist, that doesn't that doesn't suit us very well. So I just acknowledge it. I speak on it. I know that it exists, has existed for my family, and I know that it has existed for others. And I know that we aren't the only ones. So, it's just a way for others to relate to us because I know we ain't the only ones going through it.
I love that, man. Kill the King. Any dates on the album yet?
Man, yeah, it is a date, but I ain't sharing
I'm not breaking it here.
it.
All right, well, it's coming. Trauma Bond is out right now. Let them know is man, it's such a great record. 25 years
Man,
since I'm
thank you.
Serious, 20 years since
Yeah,
ATL the movie, 20 years since The
yeah.
King, man. Talk about an incredible journey. And I know you're not even completely done being done with everything. I'm sure there's other
I'm
stuff you're
close.
working on.
Yeah, man, we got two films that I wrote, directed, one of which I starred in, a romantic comedy called Thought She Was the One. Myself, Terrence J, Chris Meyer, DC Young Fly. We have Brittany Hall, Dominique Perry, Kelly Kells,
Wow.
man, so many just drop dead funny people, man, coming together to tell stories of relationships living in Atlanta. The tagline is looking for love in Atlanta, good luck. And we just got a lot cut coming soon, man. Very proud of it. The second film is a sequel to my first film as a director. It's called Departments Part Two. The first film, you can catch it on Tubi right now. It premiered on All Black, was the #1 streamed piece of content on All Black. The second one will debut on All Black as well. And we're looking forward to introducing those pieces, those films to the world soon, very soon.
There it is, man. Ti always has his hands in something, man. When you film a movie in Boston, when you do the
Can't
car
wait.
when you do the car scene, you got to have my station on and you got to have the afternoon drive on. I'm the #1 afternoon drive out here,
That's
and
right.
I just got to
That's
do that
right.
little voiceover, like driving on. Here's
Yeah,
that new
DJ
tip.
Pup Dawg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't even have to say my
DJ
name.
Pup
It's just got to
Dawg.
be introducing the
Nah, man,
song.
we got to get the name in there. Rocking with Boston, DJ Pup Dawg in the afternoon drive.
All right, so make me that promise.
Hey, man, say less.
All right, there it is,
You
man.
got it.
Ti, always love, man. You look great. You're happy. You're smiling. I know you guys go through a lot, but you definitely do it with a lot of smiles, and you keep it
Hey,
going,
man,
man.
life is good. God has been great to me. God has blessed me and my family to do what we love for a living. We've been blessed with health, strength, freedom. We've been blessed with each other. There's nothing to complain about. No matter how bad it seems, man, it sure beat that air mattress, I tell you.
Right. I love that, man. Ti, thank you so much. Drive safe. Yeah, next time in the studio. I know you always come by whenever you come by here. So when you're in Boston, you got to
Right
come up to the
on.
studio.
Yes, sir.
Ti, thank you so much, man.
I love.